Hey guys, it's Ollie. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm just going to be sharing with you 10 really cool facts about the land snail. Alright, so my first fact about snails is that they actually have really poor eyesight. They have no hearing, they are actually completely deaf. But to make up for those things, they have a great sense of taste and a fantastic sense of smell. Some research even says that snails can recognize certain people by their scent. So number 2, snails are hermaphrodites. So if you don't know what that means, it means that snails have both male and female reproductive organs and can mate with any of the same species of snails that they come across. So number 3, snails use this big muscle along the bottom of their body called a foot. And they use that foot to get around and move. That is how they glide across things. See it shooting up like his muscles. That's how he moves. That's so neat. So number 4 is that they are covered in mucus. Most people know this. They're slimy. That's their biggest trait. This helps them move, keeps them from drying out, helps them climb up surfaces and even upside down, and even helps them avoid getting cut. Sometimes a snail will go across a sharp object and their mucus will actually keep them from getting cut. So number 5 correlates with fact number 4. Snails will actually follow their slime trail or even the slime trail of another snail to find their way and stay on the correct path. Whether that's towards somewhere that's moist that they can rest and call home, or it's to a food source. Snails also have a rehoming instinct. This one has been debated and researched. It was considered an old wives' tale, and it varies on species, but most people have concluded that snails do have a homing instinct. But most research does say that the common garden snail cannot find their way home if it's more than 20 meters or 65 feet away from where you found them. They won't be able to find their way back home. Alright, so on to number 7. So the world's smallest snail is called Augustipola dominicae, and it is about 0.3 inches, found in Ganshi, China. On the flip side, the giant African land snail is the largest. It is 9 million times larger by volume, who can get up to 12 inches in length. Alright, so number 8's pretty cool. Alright, so a lot of people also wonder how snails survive winter. They survive winter by hibernating. They'll go really far back into their shell, and then their heart rate will slow to where it barely beats at all. They also have chemicals in their blood, much like frogs, that keep them from freezing. Not saying they can't freeze, I'm just saying when they're hibernated, it's unlikely for them to freeze. So number 9 might be a shock to a lot of people, but snails actually have teeth. They have thousands of teeth. They can have anywhere from 1,000 to 12,000 to 14,000 and more, depending on the species. So even though they have teeth, they don't really bite or chew things. Instead, they use a ribbon-like flexible band called a radula to rasp on their food. So think circular saw. The coolest part is, if you listen, you can hear them eat. Especially if you give them some cuddle bone. You can hear them rasping on the bone. And you can also feel them if they're on your hand. Sometimes they will try tasting you. And this doesn't hurt or anything. It kind of tickles, and some people say it even feels nice. So number 10 is probably my favorite one, just because I'm weird. But snails poop different colors. So a snail's poop is pretty much based on what they eat. So if you feed them some carrots, their poop is going to probably end up being orange. If you feed them a lot of kale, it's going to end up probably being green. If you feed them red bell peppers, it's probably going to be red. If you see them eating a lot of cuttlefish bone or other source of calcium, it's probably going to be white. And for some reason, I just think that's the coolest thing. Also, snails don't fart. I just learned that, and for some reason that kind of weirds me out, so I figured I'd just mention it. Also, I don't really have time to go into it in this video, but you should definitely check out a snail's anatomy. It's a whole thing. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed these snail facts. They really are interesting creatures and are so underrated. So if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment what else you'd like to see, and maybe subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. I also have an Instagram where I post almost every day, and I post updates and cute pictures and whatnot of my animals, and they'll be in the description below. So if you want, go check that out. Follow if you feel so inclined, and maybe go check out some of my snail pictures because I got a lot of them and they're pretty cute. And as always, I will see you next week. Bye!